Hello there, my name is WTii. Welcome to a playthrough of the Heroes of Might and Magic 5.5 mod. That's the Heroes of Might and Magic 5 base game with a mod to make it better in terms of the AI, the options, new heroes, bigger battles, just everything's improved. So we're going to be playing through the entire series, Heroes of Might and Magic 5 base game, the expansion Hammers of Fate, Triads of the East, and starting off with the Queen, a King falls, a Queen rises. The AI is smarter, it's more intelligent, so I'm going to just stick to normal difficulty. That should hopefully be difficult enough, and we can enjoy the gameplay. So if you're interested in playing this, I did do a video instruction on how to install it. Just look up on Google how to install Heroes of Might and Magic 5.5, or just go to youtube.com/WTI1 and check my Heroes of Might and Magic 5 playlist. It will be in there, and that will show you how to install the game, the 5.5 version, if you're interested. So let's get started with the Queen, Mission 1. This is the Haven campaign. The invasion of the demons is grim news for the Griffin Empire. King Nikolai has been forced to postpone his wedding, rushing to the front lines to lead his knights into battle. Waiting expectantly in the safety of the Summer Palace at Whitecliff, Lady Isabel receives joyless tidings. We have the battle between good and evil. That guy in the background, is he still alive? Look, I swear he moved his head. That's quite dark. I last played like Heroes of Might and Magic 5 probably about 10 plus years ago. It's one of my favourite games. In fact, I actually, according to my own nostalgia, think it's the best Heroes of Might and Magic game. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is highly regarded as the best, but perhaps I think I enjoyed Heroes of Might and Magic 5 the most. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 might be the best, but I enjoyed 5 the most. So I'm wondering if I'm still going to feel that way as we play through this. This is like a little test demo to show off the units, what they do, how the battle behaves, as well as the spells of the heroes. Everyone will say Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is the best, typically. Yep, you're going to have to pull out the big guns now. There it is. So I think the order, from my perspective, is Heroes of Might and Magic 5, then 3, then 6, then 2, then 1, then 4. And we don't talk about Heroes of Might and Magic 7.
A bit oddly, Beatrice. Are you feeling well?
Me? Oh, well, I'm homesick, I suppose. Feeling edgy and bored.
It may be boring, ladies, but at least it is far from the war.
Not for long. Another messenger arrived this morning. The demons have taken Hardwick and Thornham. Either we go to war, or war comes to us.
Any news of Nikolai?
He's fine, but, milady, he's young and unsure of himself. He's too embarrassed to ask for help. I know he forbade us to leave.
And we shall obey him. Young or not, he is the king. You were ordered here, and I was ordered to protect you. It's quite simple.
Simple as.
Empire is in peril. Shouldn't we do something?
Why was Nikolai so opposed to asking the elves and the mages for help? Or the dwarves?
The elves have been slow to recover from the last war. The mages, blasphemers led by Cyrus, a man with delusions of godhood. Besides, Nikolai hasn't forgotten that Alaron and Cyrus came back alive from the War of the Eclipse, but his own father did not.
Still, If he were here, he might command us differently.
Perhaps, if it really is that bad.
2 more towns, Godric. How bad must it be?
Please, Godric, though you do not like him, take word to Archmage Cyrus. Their magic would be of great help against the demons.
There is wisdom in what you say, but that's Cyrus, and the king's orders.
For the Empire, Godric, which is greater than any one king, even one we love so dearly.
As you wish, milady. Griffin Eternal!
And what about us? Shall we take word to the elves?
You should. You have the wisdom to negotiate with Alaron, and are practiced in the art of diplomacy. As for me, I've always felt more comfortable in a camp than at court.
But we could go together.
Me? Go to Ireland? Beatrice, I'm surprised at you. At the Abbey, you were so overprotective.
You'll stay here, then?
Not at all. I shall raise a militia. That is more suitable to my talents.
That's too dangerous.
I shall be surrounded by soldiers in the heart of the Griffin Empire. Safer than anywhere else, I think.
As my queen commands.
Go quickly. You will find me somewhere between here and the battlefield. To war! Ah!
To war.
She doesn't look so confident. So you get a message if you've installed Heroes of Might Magic 5.5 correctly. Just letting you know how the game works. Speaking of which, let's check out one of the cool things about this mod. This looks so badass. I haven't had a proper look at it yet, but we'll explore it as we go through the campaign. There's the Knight class, the Paladin class, the Heretic for each of the races. They have Demon Lord, Gatekeeper, Death Knight, you know, obviously Undead and so forth. So, yeah, you can really look into what you're building towards for all of your heroes. And you get a little classy description as well. That makes it quite clear as it is what you're getting. So, cool stuff, right? And one other thing you might notice as we go through this is the music's actually a little bit different in places. I noticed some Heroes of Might Magic 2 music. Our objectives are to assemble peasants, footmen, and survive. So we're going to grab as many as we can. That looks like gold. So I'll have some of that. You got your spell book here. And if you go to K, that's your kingdom overview. There's a few hotkeys to sort of bounce back and forth between sort of user, UI. Your map's on the bottom left. Your heroes are underneath, as well as the towns being there. Don't know, do we need that goal? I suppose it doesn't matter. It's a introduction level, so we can go off for it. Otherwise, it's quite far off the beaten path. So you can zoom in, you can zoom out, and you can rotate the camera using insert and delete to sort of get the vibe of what it is you're trying to look for. Peasant hut, may as well. Yes, I think in this version, units will act a little bit differently as well. I'm not sure if peasants always used to give you gold, but I've heard that now you'll get gold based on the amount of peasants you have, or something along those lines. So let's take a look at the unit. This creature is alive, so it can be resurrected. I mean, that's impressive. Well done. But what's the other one? Taxpayer. Every day, the hero gets as many units of gold as there are creatures with this ability in all of their armies and castles. So every peasant equals gold. That's what we like to hear. I don't think there's anything in here. Just looks nice. Oh, this music is like super nostalgic for me. I wonder what's over here. Peasants always gave you gold based on their number. Okay. So that might be one of the things that hasn't changed. Good old reliable peasants.
Get off our fields! We don't want you here!
What do you mean by this disobedience?
They say the war goes badly, milady. We hear that the demons are killing everything and eating the dead. We don't want to go.
Cowards! The Griffin Empire shall emerge victorious.
Well then, they can do it without us. We're staying here. Now get off our land.
You will fulfill your oaths to your lord, even if you must do it in chains. Take them!
Well, this ain't a good look for her, is it? So, not all of them are so willing to join your army. There's only 13 of them. Maybe I'll get my own peasants to kill them then. So let's... Oh, alright, so this is the battle scenario. So, over here, you can remove the UI, but you will want to keep it because it's quite interesting. This is more for Heroes of Might and Magic, the Tribes expansion, so don't worry too much about that one. This is the text that you'll get, letting you know every action. This is the unit turn. So we're starting off with the Squires at the moment. You can either make them wait for 50% of their turn, or just get an extra defense if they just essentially not use their turn. So you can see his defense is 12 at the moment. So if you use that and then right click on him, it only goes up to 15. It gets an extra 3. I don't know if it's worth losing your turn. Now, if you look at this guy's movement, you can see he can go over here and potentially attack this unit. So I'll probably want to pull him back and make this guy wait. And hopefully then I can attack him. This is my first combat in like 12 years or whatever. So I'll see. Okay, so he's going to get to go first, but my guy gets to go after him. So as long as he can't reach any of my units, he needs to pull back. Then we should be good. You can always attack for free with your hero. And if you have a spell casting hero, then they normally will cast a spell. But sometimes knights are more sort of based around attacking and building up attack for more damage. So we've already softened him up. Let's pull him back. He's going to charge in. We're going to miss you. You get an extra attack. I mean, why not? You can't be hurt with your hero. So the only way your hero dies is if all of your units lose. Your hero cannot be hurt in combat. And there we go. So, nice bit of experience, but unfortunately that's 13 less peasants, 13 less gold. See, these guys are a bit smarter. They saw what happened. And they don't want to follow the same fate. How are we doing on the mission? Alright, 25 footmen. Still need 100 peasants. Double click the portrait. Halfway there on the peasants. May as well treat myself to some more gold. And end the turn. This is a new thing. I'm not 100% sure how this works. The owner of this building offers you a supply contract in return for 1,000 gold. If you accept, your kingdom will receive any resource it produces automatically at the start of the week. So, does it cost you 1,000 gold each week, or just a one-off payment of 1,000 gold? I always wondered that. Maybe it's 1,000 each week to keep that up. Let's take those. I'm curious as to what's over here. I always kind of like to look and see. Ah, so they're going to fight no matter what. I've got quick combat on as a default, and if you really want to play the battle out, then you just click replay. Loads of gold. It's 1,000 gold once. Oh, that's pretty good. So you don't have to go back there. That's very convenient. Because that was always one of the tedious things in Heroes of Might and Magic in general, was having to go back and collect those kind of resources. This is really off the beaten path, isn't it? I wonder where it goes. Leads to more farms, which leads to more peasants. Let's have a little look in here. Looks nice, doesn't it? Little scarecrow. We've got to be very close to the goal of collecting the peasants. May as well get the experience. Otherwise they're just going to disappear. It's a bit cruel, really, but... Zombies. What are they doing here? Ah, a level up. Oh, my favourite thing is always to go for movement speed. I'm sure there's much better players, though, that know exactly what talents and abilities to pick. But I was always convenience. So I would always take like logistics and pathfinding and stuff like that, so I could move as much as possible. Because it's just more comfortable to play. Attack, luck, and morale. Your luck was always a good one. I have got the button to see the chart. 13 footmen! They killed 2 of my peasants! Can't have that! There's got to be a way to fight these footies. Ah, see, they're split as well. Yeah, that looks good. See, these do 4 attack, which is high, because I got 2 attack, and peasants obviously that probably only do like 2 attack basis. This is 1-to-1 damage, so they should do 79 damage then, according to that. I'm not sure exactly how the attack's going to affect that. They got 16 health. I'm pretty sure I could like almost one-shot those. Let's weaken, soften them up a little bit, because I'm pretty sure 29 of these should be able to definitely take those. So he can move to there, so let's just move in between. So I'm not sure yet in combat whether that red tile means that he can attack someone that's here. So whether they can attack diagonally as well. I assume they can, so I'm going to pretty much just move like here. It's got good morale. Same goes for you. So he's going to move to there, he's going to move to there, so you kind of need to do the same for this guy. And we'll end your turn. We'll wait, but I don't think that's going to make a difference, because they're still going to have to just finish your turn. There you go. That should be a one-shot, surely. There it is. And then a one-shot, most likely. And it's not a one-shot, actually. So the question is can I get these guys to attack? Yes, I can. So what I can do is just pull these back. Although they might still be able to get hit by him. But not really, because guess whose turn it is next? Oh, wait, never mind. No, they might. Well, I guess we get to find out whether they can attack in a corner or not. And they can. So I lose 3. I did worse. But I did learn a lesson from it, so I'm going to take it. A lesson learned at a mighty cost of 3 gold. It's okay. I'll remember that lesson. Should be up to 100 shortly. 91. Pretty much just need one more peasant pack. Signpost. Signpost. The White Lake. And we'll find out what the other one says in a moment. The Hall of Heroes. There's peasants over here. And join that. Oh, I just found out that if you hold down right mouse button, you can also rotate the camera. And we've completed our mission now. Getting all those peasants. I doubt there's anything fancy down here. Just a bit more farming. Yep, okay. Let's carry on. This is 3 gold a day as well, with those 3 peasants gone. Some more zombies. Gotta be getting suspicious. Why are there zombies around? Oh, I lost a peasant there. I think we can accept that. I would assume always go for experience, unless you're in a situation where you pretty much have to have the gold to survive. I'm not really normally a big fan of like war machines. It feels like a kind of a dead ability for the most part, unless you're sieging. Scouting, is that really that good? I don't know the tier list really for abilities in 5.5 anymore. It's nice to see, but Retaliation Strike, the hero receives a special combat ability to guard any selected creature. I think they might have to use one of their turns to do that though. I might just commit to the expert combat because you've already got that. Although then again, you've got damage dealt by hero troops on Retaliation Strike is increased by 45%, so it does go hand in hand with that. Because this is how you have to look at it sometimes. If you don't like the other abilities, you just level up the one you currently have. Damage is decided by the damage stat. The attack stat boosts the damage by around 5-ish% per point over the enemy difference. Alright. Yeah. So, yep. We come over to here. I have martial arts into retaliation strike into preparation. So, retaliation strike. Because I've got expert combat, it gives me those extra abilities, I think. So this is advanced combat. There's basic and there's expert combat. So 1, 2, 3. So if I got expert combat, I get access to this. So I may as well take the retaliation strike. I wonder how much abilities I can have. I guess we'll just find out over time. I'll go with the expert combat because I'm not sure I want to get that just in case it does take up one of my spots. So retaliation is back. We could just take the gold. Now, interestingly, was this always the case that you earn gold based on the amount of knowledge? I think that's one of the changes they must have made. So if you have a very knowledgeable hero, you can make a lot of gold. But she's obviously not going to be that knowledgeable because she's a knight. So I'll stick with the advanced logistics for now. Yeah, I'm not too excited about the retaliation strike. So you can see these are your abilities and class specialization. So if I took the retaliation strike, does it take up a spot here or does it take up a spot here? I don't know yet because I only remember so much. I think they gave you more skills. You may have only had to have had 6, would be my guess. But I think you've got more options basically in this game. But what they did was they removed like the god abilities. Which is possibly why I liked Heroes of Might and Magic 5 so much. It could well be. Because you used to have this thing where if you build up a hero so much, you can sort of go down this god ability route if you get all the right traits. And then you can sort of become almost invincible or have like such a strong time. Have such a strong advantage in combat and such. I used to remember enjoying being a spellcaster in Heroes of Might and Magic 5. Chain lightning and stuff like that. We lose a fair bit, but I think that's okay. We'll let that roll. We still got over 100 peasants. So that's good stuff.
That should be enough troops, I think. But if I don't lead them myself, they'll desert along the way. I'll be with you soon, Nikolai.
Hooray! Griffin Eternal!
Griffin Eternal. There it is. Level 5. Basic defense. That allows to learn the abilities Armorer, Evasion, and Vitality. So if any of those ones were like super good, then you would possibly want to lean into basic defense. But we would like to move fast for now, and I'm still not exactly sure how I'm playing this character. There it is.